What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my park build for Heavenly Hills, my 100 by 100 park in Open RCT2. And this episode, there's a few things I did. Not the longest one, but I did accomplish a couple of things here. So first off, I built a go-kart track. The middle of the park was starting to look a bit empty, so I added in some go-karts. And I don't know, there might be a cheat in Open RCT. I'm actually using Open RCT2, so if anyone has any tips on how to add more cars to the track, because it's only like 9, it only has like 8 or 9 cars right now, and I would like to have more, but for the time being, that'll have to do. And because I'm sure there's a cheat where you can add in more. There has to be. I'm just not like an expert on that. Yeah, I believe I called it the Heavenly Hills Grand Prix or something like that, like something very generic. If I'm blowing out the audio a little bit, sorry about that. I'm still learning how to use my microphone. I think someone had mentioned my audio at one point, how it sounded different in one video to the other. It's not that like the audio is messed up, it's just that I'm still learning how to use it. Like, I have to speak at the same volume and not move away from the microphone, so I'm still learning how to use my own audio equipment that I've had for many years now. I just never actually learned how to use it. Anyway, moving on to the next part, I built an inverted coaster. I think it was a compact inverted coaster, and I went through a few designs. This was like the third try at it. I finally figured out what I wanted to do with it, I ended up... I can't remember what was it, Cobra or something? I actually don't remember what I called it. It was like Viper or Cobra or something like that. I might have forgotten to name it, honestly. I genuinely, or Scorpion, I think. Right? I think it was Scorpion. Whatever it's called, it's super dope, whatever it was called. Well, that's what's important, right? Is that it's lit, fam. Anyway, oh yeah, so I tore down that design because it didn't have the right stats. Oh man, I shouldn't have left all this in, but this is the experience of building in Rollercoaster Tycoon. Is that sometimes you build something and you're like, nah, I hate it, and you have to tear it down and start over. Like, that one looks like garbage, I hate it. So I tried again. Then I think the third time was the charm. Finally, I figured out how to make what I wanted. It took a few tries. Admittedly, I'm not great. Nope. Okay, was fourth time's the charm. That's totally what I meant to say. Fourth time is definitely the charm. 1000%. I nailed it on the fourth try. That would be very embarrassing if I totally screwed up on the fifth. If it was the fifth one, I'm pretty sure this is what it ended up being. I think that's right. I was happy with that. So that is Scorpion. I'm not gonna lie, I recorded this yesterday, and these episodes are starting to run together for me a little bit, if I'm being totally honest, but, yeah, and, if you've noticed, you guys probably, if you've watched if you're like one of the 12 people that have watched most of the episodes so far, you'll know that I have, like, a very not particular, but, like, I tend to have, like, certain designs that I use over and over again, whether that's good or not, whatever, but... I tend to do the same thing. Like, if I come up with a design that I like, I'll use it multiple times in a park. And that's what I did here. The Giga Coaster that's at the front of the park, that yellow one, and this one have almost exactly the same design. This one has a longer station, so I had to add in some roof pieces, but other than that, it's basically the same. And that is on purpose, kind of. Like, it is so that it all kind of meshes together. I want the style to be similar. I don't know if that's totally realistic to real life, but I'm always talking about how I want it to look the same as it does in real life, but hopefully it looks at least like aesthetically pleasing. That's the bare minimum. I'm hoping that it just looks aesthetically pleasing, and I think I've accomplished that. I just use these Roman fence pieces and then use the poles and the roof tiles, and this section of the park is supposed to be kind of yellow colored, a little bit yellow, and then the silver roof. So most of the buildings in this area of the park will have those exact features. So I messed up a little bit a few times, actually. This episode is going to have a lot of mess ups, I'm not going to lie. It happens to all of us. But I finally got what I wanted. I wanted a body of water next to it. I just thought, there's not enough water in this park. I need more water. And I might actually end up having like a river of some kind going into the ocean, just to kind of, you know, make the land a little bit more interesting looking and make it a little bit more natural. And I did actually, I noticed part of the halfway through this recording that I was like, you know what? It's called Heavenly Hills, and there's not a lot of hills going on. I definitely have that one corner of the park where the log flume is, and that is very hilly, but the rest of the park is very flat. So I actually ended up just building a hill for the heck of it, just decorative. I just built a hill that I thought would look pretty. I built another waterfall similar to the one that's at the front of the park. In the very first episode, I built like a decorative waterfall, and then I didn't build any more. It doesn't look anything like the front of the park at all. So I actually built a little inlet where there's a waterfall that leads into this body of water, just to kind of, I don't know, make it blend together a little bit nicer. So I have this body of water on top that flows into the body of water on the bottom that flows into where the roller coaster is. And that's just to, you know, make it look a little bit more natural and scenic and all of that stuff. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. I just added some trees in, some foliage. And again, if you guys watched my 5 tips videos a couple days ago, thank you guys for watching. I appreciated all of your views. I think it has 500 views now, and all of my episodes of everything else combined don't equal that. So thank you guys so much for watching that video. I did spend a lot of time on it, and it was very nice. But that's going to be it for me for this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.